welcome to another New Creature Review. Today we're checking out Disney Store exclusive Marvel Select Iron Man Mark 50. Before we get into this, let's check out his accessories. First we have this repulsor cannon. Let's check out the details on this. This thing looks amazing. All of the little lines, all of the wash, all of the paint, it looks great. The sculpt is absolutely beautiful. And the paint is really sharp too. I can really appreciate that. I would have liked to have that blue energy that I think the SH Figuarts one has, but it's not a deal breaker. This thing looks incredible. This is very impressive. Got the silver lines and all those panels. The thing I like the most about this this Iron Man suit is that everything looks so form-fitting and organic. I really, really like the design of this new Mark 50. He also comes with, I think these are the blades. I'm not entirely sure because they don't quite look like blades. They kind of look like tonfas to me. But they're pretty much the same. One of mine is bent. You see that? But a little bit of heat will fix that. Let's just take a look at one of these because they're pretty much the same. They're just mirror imaged. You've got this energy blue pinstriping that goes all the way to the front. And it's pretty sharp. This is kind of like one of those window breaking hammers. Kind of looks like, you know, where it focuses all the energy in one tiny spot. The fist is painted. Well, it's all painted. It all has red paint all over it. But we have gold knuckles. But none of the articulate lines. The cuts there are have any of that energy wash inside it. Oh, just so you know, if you see me pulling this way, I changed my camera's orientation. So the sensor's actually more this way than that way. So if I'm going like this, it's because I'm trying to focus up and, you know, old habits. Let's see. He also comes with these, and I also do not know what these are. They kind of look like little pile drivers, but you don't see any jet exhaust back here. You see it up here, so it makes me wonder if that's like an energy blast kind of thing. But again, it's really big and really heavy. He has two of these, and again the knuckles are painted gold. There's no panel lining on this, but you do have this gold inlay right here, which looks really nice. It's nice and sharp. The paint for the most part on this figure is really sharp, so be prepared for that. But there's no energy type blue in there. It's just another gold paint inside, and I don't know what that's about. I don't know if this is like, you know, like you hit with this side or if you hit head on. I don't know what this is, but it is a weapon. He's gonna hurt someone with it. And he comes with his standard two fists, which you can see that the repulsor blasters in his palms are painted. I wish Marvel Legends would do that. They don't paint their repulsor beams. I think that's in favor of putting the effect piece in there, but they don't even do it on the fist. But that's okay. This is a different line. Marvel Select does things quite differently. But it's a nice fist. There is articulation here for the wrist. But you'll notice that on the other pieces, we'll take this one, for example. This does not have a hinge. So don't try to move the pieces with the weapons in hand, because you will not be able to, or you will and you'll break it, and then you'll just be a sad Iron Man. Oh, buddy. Okay, so this one has a hinge, and it has pretty good range. Let's get in on Iron Man. All right, here we go. So here he is. Let's check out this detail. All of the articulation cuts on the open palms have a silver wash in them. And it comes down to the repulsor. I thought that was really cool. It makes it look really, really finished. I really like how that looks. You've got the gold knuckles that you saw on the other fists. You got silver underneath right here. All of the paint on this guy is pretty much good. But I will say that some of the gold paint, especially on his mask, kind of looks like there was a little bit of overspray. But I don't know. It looks a little heavy-handed there. But all the detail around it looks good. A little cut for his mouth, the bottom of his mask. And then we have these little white spots right here with the black trim around them. I thought that looked really good. It looks very well done. And all the folds on his neck. The sculpt on this is amazing. I love how this looks. And the paint is phenomenal. I love it. There are some spots where I'm kind of like, uh-oh. But by and large, wow. This is an impressive figure. Just kind of going all the way around. You can see we've got silver wash in most of these lines. Some of the wash didn't get all the way through, especially like right in the center on the on his lower lumbar area, and on his abdomen right in the center. There's no wash in those lines. On the Marvel Legends one there is, so it's a little I wonder what happened there during production. But I mean, that's not a hard fix. And even if I don't, look at this. The sculpt alone can carry all that weight, especially how the light catches it. Check that out. His thighs are very well detailed as well. Got the silver line coming down. Silver around the joints there. I think if there was one critique on the paint that I'd have to make, it's that the silver wash isn't in all of the lines. I think that would have made this thing look absolutely perfect. But as it stands, like I keep saying, the sculpt alone can carry this thing. It looks so good. Like right down to his feet. You can see all of the mechanical cuts right there on his calves and on his ankles. It's absolutely beautiful. I love that. Let's get into his articulation. His head is on a double ball joint, but his articulation is very, very hindered. He cannot look up. He cannot take a flight pose, which was very, very upsetting, actually, because I would have loved to put this guy in a flight pose, have his head pointing up so he can put his, his hands out and do a flight pose. But he cannot. He cannot do a flight pose. Um, Another one of my viewers had mentioned that he did the same uh, mod that I did to this Thanos, where I notched out the back of his neck so he could look up. And he said it worked really well, so I'm probably going to be doing that video, and we'll we'll do a new creature repair with that. That'll be good. So he does have left and right, but because it's so tight around the neck area, it actually kind of it makes him tip his head a little bit. See, instead of keeping it straight like this, it tips. See, that's unfortunate. His shoulders are on hinges and swivels. Got that much lift right there. And then we'll go all the way around. There is no bicep cut at the top, which was kind of surprising. But it's not bad. It's not bad in the least. It actually moves really nice. His elbow is a single hinge and a swivel, so he can do that, all creepy like. It will go all the way around. One thing to watch out for though is there is a lot of paint in the joints. Even now as I'm moving it, there are little paint flecks falling down onto my review table, which is kind of a bummer, but it's not that bad. It actually doesn't look bad at all. I noticed when I first opened this guy after I did my unboxing and played around with him a little bit, there was a pile of just red paint flecks everywhere, and I was like, oh my gosh. But after giving him a close examination, the only paint flecks are probably just from moving the joints initially, and they're just flaking off from contact point. But I don't imagine that it's going to mess up anywhere like immediately noticeable. His wrist is on a hinge, so he can do that, and he can get a pretty good upward an upward motion for his repulsor. Yeah. Both arms are the same. He does have an ab rocker in there, but it's very tight, and I kind of wonder if we can pull that apart and notch that out too. Although, truth be told, I mean, I don't think Iron Man does a lot of crouching forward. Like even in the movies, you'll see that when he falls down, he keeps his back fairly straight. So this is as much left and right that he has. This is all the back that he has and all the forward that he has. There's like virtually, well, practically it's just a little bit left, a little bit right. But that, I think that's on point with an Iron Man suit. So, tell me what you think in the comments below. These hip joints, there's no waist cut. Thankfully, I do like Iron Man without a waist cut. I don't think he needs it. But the hip joints, this is the first time I've picked up a Marvel Select with a hip joint like this. I know they do it a lot, but it's a swivel and a hinge, so he can kick out that far, and he can go that far back. That's actually pretty good, and he's got a full Van Damme right there. That's pretty good. And he has a double jointed knee that actually looks pretty good bent. I like that. I don't know. It just it looks good to me. And he has a hinge and a rocker in the ankle. Let's take a look at this. This is probably how he's going to stay on my shelf. He's not going to have both hands. He's going to have his repulsor cannon just ready to go, ready to shoot bad guys in the face. Kablam! But I think I said on the unboxing video that I love how this looks attached to his arm. It looks very cohesive. Like it just the way it's designed, it looks like it belongs there. It doesn't look like, like the $10 action figure where you like stick it on there and it like sticks like way out like this, and it doesn't really belong. Yeah, it just everything, all the lines just flow together. I love that design. Also, if you did notice, pull off the hand. This is not an elbow joint. Do not pull this off at the elbow or you will regret it. Actually, I don't know because I didn't successfully pull it off, but I was trying to pull it off in the unboxing video and it was like, oh, why isn't this going? And then I realized, you know what? There's no joint in this. It's just a peg. Maybe it just goes on like this. And it does. So thankfully I didn't break that on camera. This is a birthday present also, so it's like like double whammy. Another issue that I have come across with this guy, which isn't really too bad, because all I'm going to be doing is posing this guy and occasionally taking him down and playing with him, but you hear that? Yeah. His hips quack. I guess that's just the design, but it quacks really loud. So, that I'm gonna go ahead and say it. That shouldn't deter you from picking this up because, wow, look at this guy. He looks amazing. All right, let's stand this guy up and we'll do some size comparisons. All right, here he is with an overdose of red. We've got first 10 years Hulkbuster, Toy Box Hulkbuster, first 10 years Mark 50, first 10 years Mark 7, um, the Iron Man Sentinel, and the Disney Store exclusive Hulkbuster. Oh, not Sentinel, Sentry. There we go. All right, I wanted to kind of look at these guys together because this is the Marvel Legends version. You can see that there is a definite size difference in these guys. Hey, come on. Don't be rude. Face the camera. There we go. So we can see that there's a definite size difference. In terms of articulation, they're roughly the same. Except he can look up. So that's like one definite thing that he has over the Marvel Select. And his, I did that on accident, his arc reactor lights up too. Turn that off. All right. Otherwise, he doesn't have the ab rocker, and he does. And he doesn't come with any, with the repulsor cannon. He doesn't come with one of those. But yeah, this is there's a definite quality difference as well. You can definitely see that, this guy's like just red plastic, and the finish isn't as good. Whereas this guy, he's shining under the light. I mean, he's just shimmering. He just looks amazing. you know, just side by side. You can see all the details. You can see that there are different details picked out as well. But by and large, Marvel Select wins in spades. It looks amazing. Um, Marvel Legends, you look all right too. Don't worry. I'm still going to keep you. Don't worry. But yeah, you're. I'm probably going to pick him out as a you know, like a different pose. So they look uh, they look like they're serving different functions on my shelf. All right, and we'll do another one more size comparison. And here he is with a boy band made of entirely bad boys. That was awful. Okay, we have Marvel Select Thanos. We have Disney Store exclusive Thanos. We have Walmart exclusive Thanos. Build a figure Thanos. And first 10 years Thanos. Talk about a tough crowd. All right, here are my final thoughts on this guy. Wow. I mean, is there anything else to say? This looks amazing. The paint is picked out nice. The sculpt is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Um, very screen accurate. The paint finish is nice and smooth. It's like a brand new car. He looks incredible. All the little details just in the lines, all of the wash, his arsenal of weapons, all the articulation is decent, except for his neck. His neck can use a little bit of help. Um, but wow, look at all of this. This is just amazing. Check out his feet too. So if you have an opportunity to pick this guy up, I highly recommend it. Um, he's a Disney Store exclusive, so if you have a Disney Store nearby, go ahead and take a hike over there and check it out. I believe this guy was $25. That's standard Marvel Select fare, I think. That 25 to $40 ballpark right there. Um, yeah, definitely worth the pickup. He is an amazing figure, and he feels good in hand. He feels heavy. He's nice and heavy. He's nice and he feels sturdy too. Um, so that's something to take into account as well if you're going to if you are wondering about that. Yeah. So that's it for my review. Tell me what you think of this guy in the comments below. If you like this review, give me a like. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I put new things up on the channel. I will definitely be taking pictures and putting this guy on my Instagram and Facebook. So be on the lookout for that. And thanks for watching.